What's up, everybody? Welcome to the new video. Today we're talking about how Arnold Schwarzenegger changed my life, and more specifically, 5 life lessons that I have learned from him by analyzing and reading and watching probably close to everything he's ever put out. So let's jump into it without further ado. Number one is building a body has no shortcuts and health and fitness. So this is something that I put off a long time in my life. I always kind of focused on financial success and business and career success, and I kind of put off health and fitness and building the body that I wanted as a result until I really got into learning about Arnold. And I didn't learn about Arnold from his movies, actually. I, funnily enough, read his book after reading a recommendation for it in some self-development online resources, and ended up watching his movies after I learned about him. But specifically building a body, having no shortcuts, to me that means money. You see somebody with money, they may have inherited it, they may have won it in the lottery. You don't know how they got that. That's not possible when it comes to bodybuilding, and being fit and being healthy. No one can give you health or a fit body. You have to earn it. You can't win it in a lottery. You can't inherit it. You can't have it given to you. There's no real shortcuts to it. You have to put in the work. And so from that quote and paraphrase quote of Arnold really stuck with me and made me realize that I'm idolizing these people that have money that maybe they just have a trust fund, when really somebody who has a fit body and is healthy put in the work, and that frankly probably deserves more respect than somebody who's driving around in a Porsche. Number two is time management. This one's huge. This one really changed my life the most and really actually motivated me to start this podcast about spending your time intentionally. It's time management. Arnold always says there's 24 hours in a day, and if you want to do something bad enough, you will find the time. If someone says they don't have the time to do something, that means they're just not making it a priority. Everyone has time to work out, for example. Most people just don't make it a priority, or they find some type of excuse. They say they don't have time, but they spend X number of hours watching TV or X number of hours scrolling on their phone, whatever it may be. You could always wake up a half hour earlier and get some type of workout in. There's always time to get something done. There's 24 hours in a day. You don't want to waste a single hour of that day. You want to make sure that you spend all of your time intentionally. Does not mean you are productive 24/7, but it does mean that you spent your time intentionally. So if you set out to spend time with friends and family, or you set out to accomplish a certain thing for the day, that's what you do. You don't say you want to spend time with friends and family and then end up being too lazy to leave the house. Time management is huge. Spending your time intentionally is huge, and I think it's an underrated piece of mental health, because when you spend your time intentionally and on things that you want to spend it on, you will go to bed a much happier person and wake up a much happier person the next day. Number three is goal setting. Also huge. I think it also plays a part into overall mental health and happiness. Arnold talks about how he used index cards. He would write down his goals on index cards. He'd always be working on different things and wanting to excel in multiple things. And he would review those index cards every day, and in many cases multiple times a day, in the morning and at night. Along those lines, Arnold always talked about putting in the reps. So he had goals that he was working for. He would review those goals every day on the index cards, and then make sure he's doing the reps or putting in the practice each day to work towards each of those goals. So if his goal was to get rid of his accent or learn English or become a better actor, he would make sure that he's taking steps every single day to put in the reps to get better at that thing, to get one step closer to his goals every single day. Number four is Arnold's 6 rules of success, which come from his 2009 University of Southern California, USC commencement speech. You can find this speech on YouTube easily enough, but I'll quickly recap what those 6 rules of success Arnold has are. So this is a bonus one. You're getting six tips in one here. Number one is trust yourself. Number two is break some rules. Number three is don't be afraid to fail. Number four is ignore the naysayers. Number five is work your butt off. And number six is give something back. So I think the takeaway here is trust what you want to do. Don't worry about what other people have in terms of a plan for your life. Do what you want to do. break the rules. Don't be afraid to go after something just because somebody says it can't be done. Goes hand in hand with the naysayers. Is when somebody tells Arnold something can't be done or no one's ever done it before, that just motivates him to want to be the first one to do it. You have to be not afraid to fail in order to take something like that on. Failures are just something that you learn from, so don't be afraid to fail. Work your butt off, of course. You need to be able to put in the work and willing to put in the work to get anywhere in life. Nothing worth having comes easy, and give something back is goes without saying. I think Arnold is doing a lot of that now, and also as a governor, I think he went into public service to try and give something back to the state that gave him so much. Last life lesson I want to go over, number 5, is positivity and energy. And this actually stems from me accomplishing my dreams of being able to move to California and actually getting to meet Arnold. I've met Arnold twice now in Santa Monica, and he is just the most positive, energetic guy. And I got to shake his hand and say hello to him, and it was just unbelievable experience. One of the most exciting moments of my life. And he is just so positive, so energetic, and it's contagious. So I think that's just another lesson to have: is be positive and be energetic, and the people around you will mimic that also. So those are my 5 life lessons from things I learned from Arnold. There's so much more to talk about. He's such a motivating guy, and he's accomplished so much of and really everything he set out to do. He became the world's top bodybuilder, one of the top grossing movie stars, and then governor of California. And now he's doing a lot of charitable work. So overall, super inspiring guy. A lot of life lessons. I do highly recommend his autobiography, Total Recall. If you have not read it, it is worth reading. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll make sure to reply. And thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more content coming soon.